Wow, that was an insane NBA night in the playoffs here. One amazing, crazy ending, and then one just complete blowout. And in this blowout, we have history, and also some tying with insane history, as we have the Denver Nuggets and Game 2 of the Oklahoma City Thunder. As if you watched the last one, they got off to had the Denver Nuggets win that one in a buzzer beater with Aaron Gordon nailing a 3, winning that one 121-119. But this one was a completely different story as the script just got flipped completely on its head, and the Thunder basically were not taking this one lightly, as they dominated in this one, 149-106, with a couple of things coming off of this that you might think, yeah, there's definitely some things that this is either the first or tied with something as in a good way. This is tied for most points. They also had tied for most points in a half in NBA history in with the 1978 Bucks semifinals, Game 3 in the second half, versus, drum roll if you can guess it, against the Nuggets. How insane! They actually are on the bad side of history 2 times in their franchise. Definitely have other things that happen, good or bad against them, but this is obviously something you don't want to have happen, especially in a playoff game, in the semifinals. And also, the Thunder are the first team with multiple 40-point or more wins in a single postseason, which actually they had more against the Grizzlies in the first game on this postseason here, winning that one in, of course, great fashion at 131-80 in that one. And this one, of course, as I said, they won here by 43 points in this game. We had an outstanding game by the Thunder, not just from the starting 5 who all had double-digit points, but we also had double digits coming from a couple people on the bench: Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Mitchell, with the game high coming from Gilgeous-Alexander of 34 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists, and Chet Holmgren coming in with a double-double of 15 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 2 assists on the night here. And then kind of switching it to the Nuggets, it looks a little bit depressing with the scoreline for them, as we actually have the team high coming from Westbrook of 19 points and 5 steals. The next one with Nikola Jokic of 17 points and 8 rebounds and 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block in that one, and Jamal Murray with 14 and Aaron Gordon with 10 on the night. But yeah, this was just a complete turnaround for this. And actually, if you might think, hey, what's the most amount of points scored in an NBA playoff game in history? You might think maybe the Thunder were remotely close, maybe they tie, maybe I just see that for history here. They are still 8 points away from having the most amount of points in NBA history in a playoff game, which was actually 157 points in 1990 with the Knicks against the Celtics, with the Celtics winning that one there, which yeah, I don't really like that, but hey, that's if you were ever thinking of how much it was, that's how much. They were still 8 points off, and that's having 149 points in a playoff game shouldn't usually happen, but it does, obviously, as you can tell. Yeah, this is just kind of another roll as they basically flip the switch. They, of course, swept on the Grizzlies pretty easily for the most part here. We just had that one last win where they won by 2 points, 117-150 against the Grizzlies, and then we came into the first game and basically just wanted to show, like, hey, we're the Thunder. We're literally one of the best teams this year by far. I think it's actually not even I don't think it was close. I think it was like a 15 game lead on them. Yeah, they won. The Thunder won 68, and the Rockets won 52 here. And actually, for the Nuggets, they won 50. So they were even. They had 18 less wins this season than the Thunder. So the Thunder were like, hey, you know what we can do. Here's a little show what we can do, and they went ahead and did it. And just were like, hey, maybe the last game was definitely a bluff, or kind of a little blip in the radar right there, a little bump we had to go over. We were right back on it, and they definitely look like, again, one of probably the best team in the NBA this year. So We got, of course, a couple more games here. Tied up here in the semifinals, 1-1, as we got that. And hopefully continuing these great games, these great finishes, these maybe give us one or two blowouts here or there. Just keep it interesting, but these massively close games are so insanely awesome to watch and so much fun. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace!